me yet.
What?
Recording in progress.
Yep, now we're live.
Okay, so we're gonna call the meeting to order. First order of business is minutes from September 3rd.
I made a few corrections. I discussed them with Elias. He is putting the corrections in. I'll make a motion.
I guess you don't want to share the corrections with the rest
Well,
of us, huh?
I'm absolutely willing to. It's just in the very first page, there was a vote and it actually, this paragraph needs to be struck. It's from last month's. We
Okay.
actually voted at the end of the meeting and that's noted here on the last page. So we voted on minutes there.
Yeah.
And so just strike
Strike that
that one.
one. You guys catch all of that?
No, I didn't hear.
So we're striking the third paragraph on the first page.
Because we voted on them at the end of the meeting and it's noted on the very last page of those things.
And on the last page, what was it on?
Yeah, so in other words, you see here that we, where are the minutes here? Motion to approve minutes for August 6th by Brainy, seconded by Conti, motion carried 4-0. So we voted at the end
Yeah,
of this meeting.
got it.
Okay,
You guys catch that? Okay.
and there was just one other point about what was offered by you to the applicant, which was at the very bottom of page 1. When it says point of clarification and why the denial is based on design guidelines for Manchester's commercial and historic district, blah, blah, blah. I just mentioned that you had offered the guidelines, a copy to the applicant and it would be sent to him if he needed it. So I just felt we should add that.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, no,
Okay, we are,
Okay.
everybody good?
Yep.
Okay. Next order, well, let's take a motion, everybody.
I'll move approval of the meeting from September 3rd with the corrections.
Well, second.
All in favor? Aye.
abstain.
Okay. Okay, first on the agenda is the Community Bank, 3996 Main Street. Applicants looking to update existing signage with the new Community Bank logo. The signs which will be updated are one blade sign, 6 square feet. One wall sign, 20 square feet, 2 traffic entry and exit signs at 4.5 feet. 2 signs denoting the entry and exit of the drive-through, 1.7 square feet, and a sign on the glass door, 2.4 feet. Application is S-2025-78, tax map, 325209.00. Is there somebody here for that?
Christie?
Chrissy?
Yes, I'm here. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Hi, thank you. Is there anything you want me to add after that beautiful summary? I apologize. I don't know the procedure.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I guess there's, how many window signs, I mean, in total are there? I mean, not that, I know that you qualify for them all, and I see where you kind of noted them on your map. Here, I assume all of the ones on the building, are most of those all window signs, which would be H, G, F, is that B, E, D, and A?
Plus C1 and C2.
Well, C2 and
Yeah.
C2 are window signs.
Right, that's correct, yeah.
So the only Windows sign I believe is F, which just has the store hours on it.
Okay,
And the rest are, there's 2 attached signs. There's one blade sign and one wall sign direct mount.
okay.
So the one on the left, that's what's there right now. And then the orange stripe with the hours is the only window sign.
Yeah, for the most part, it's parking lot signs.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah, there are
Oh, I see.
4
I got it.
4 wayfinding signs, 2 for the entrance and exit, and then 2 for the drive-through entrance and exit.
I got it. I see it now. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is really just replacing what's
Right.
existing.
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly.
The only problem that we kind of found was that the entry and exit signs were separate signs before, and they qualified for the 1.5 square foot. We don't regulate anything under that or below, but when you combine those 2 together, it puts it into a place where we do regulate, and that may be a problem.
So is that the C2 and C1 signs?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you just want to hold those out and look at all the rest of them, and we can figure out what we can do with those at some other point in time.
Okay, so we're not going to address those tonight?
I would leave those out.
Okay.
Unless they want to just, again, it's better looking, of course,
Right.
but it triggers an actionable, right?
Understood.
If they just, if they shrunk them down, would that work, or is it just?
Anything at 1.5 square feet would be we wouldn't regulate.
So Chris, you got all of that, I assume, and your work, is that something, a work on your end?
Yeah, absolutely. We can, basically what you're saying is if we can replace with two separate signs like that, you wouldn't be regulating it. Is that correct?
Yeah, so you're just
Okay.
replacing existing as they stand today.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what the goal was with the new proposed sign like that, but we can absolutely change it to be exactly like what's there, if
Okay.
that's
And you can make them as attractive as possible, but under the 1.5 would be appreciated.
understood. Does the same go for the other two? Let me just make sure. I don't remember what they look like off the top of my head.
Yeah, ATM signs?
Yes. Okay. So all of the enter exit signs are that way, right?
Peter, you're including these, the bank entrance, not just not just into the parking area, but these as
Well,
well?
anything that's replacing exact, I would not
Yeah.
have a
Okay.
problem with.
Okay,
It's just when you combine those two on the outside, it goes
Yeah.
over the threshold of
Okay.
1.5 square feet.
just the two,
Therefore,
okay.
creates a problem.
So the answer would be no, she does not have to.
Yeah, if it's in like kinds, because it appears that that's the exact same size as what's currently there. All she's doing. is
Correct.
changing the
Just a
color.
logo change.
Okay. Okay. So just for those ground signs, then that would apply.
Yeah, so on your map, I guess it would be C1 and C2.
Perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you for clarifying.
Okay, so do we want to just go through the signage collectively, or you want to go independent?
Is that a question for me? I
I'm
apologize.
asking the board.
Okay.
sorry.
Thank you.
So it's really a logo and color change and replacing all the signs that are there. We need to go through each and every one, but it's up to you.
I'm comfortable not going through, but if I'm in somebody else's concern. So if that being the case, are there questions on any of the signs?
Not for me. No, I don't think so.
I guess we can entertain a motion, honestly.
So I make a motion that we approve everything but C1 and C2.
There a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I guess you will work with Peter, but should you choose to stay with the same size, is this board comfortable with what they have proposed in like kind, so we don't have, they won't have to come back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Ray, you good with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, Chrissy,
All right. And you said I'll work with Peter for the rest?
yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too, thanks.
We don't have anyone here for the next two.
Well, I think Peter is going to speak on the Rycon group.
Oh.
Yeah, I spoke to Ryan over email, and he couldn't be here because he's coaching his son's football.
Okay.
So I said, if he doesn't mind, I would stand in and just answer any questions possibly. But it looks like it's pretty straightforward.
Well, let me go ahead and call it out then, just for the record.
Sure.
The Rycon Group, 4732 Main Street applicant is requesting to install 124 by 24 inch double-sided hanging blade sign and a two 60 by 12 inch one-sided panel sign on an existing freestanding sign. Okay,
Where's it going? I'm not
Is this
understanding
the
where it's
Habitat for
going.
Humanity building? Is this the same building where Habitat for Humanity is?
Habitat is being replaced by this.
Okay,
So
so,
it's the same exact,
yeah, okay.
exact replacement.
So where we see the Habitat sign is where his,
Where the new sign for his, that's a 24 by 20 sign going there.
okay,
And understanding the switchable one.
Is gonna be where Habitat.
That's
signs
right, yep.
are. No change in size for that
Correct.
then, okay, gotcha.
So I do have a question, and it's only because he's here. When the building owner replaced this whole frame for these signs, we had, I don't know that we clarified, but we thought it was gonna be painted white.
Yes, I think what
And then we
treated
thought it was pressure treated, so we couldn't
has
do
to
it right
go a
away.
year,
Okay,
right? Typically a year for treated pine.
okay,
And then I'll remind Mark to paint that
okay.
before this.
Yeah, that's right. We were just, I think it would look nicer if
Yeah,
it was
I agree.
painted white.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
agree.
agree.
Good point, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, is there any questions on the new signs, the Icon group sign?
Or what's the material?
That I believe is PVC. Yeah, the upward.
BMN ACM?
I would say it's MDF or
Sign, 7-inch double sided, 20.
I'll make a motion to approve the sign, approve it as submitted.
For a second on it?
We're looking at the same
I think
thing.
they're still checking on what it's, what the material is, I think,
I thought we said, no, the,
that they're looking.
noted anywhere else on it. What about on the application? Did you see anything?
wait. But, yeah.
Just a quick question. So they're replacing this one, they're replacing this one, and there's the other, the third one is where in this,
Is there preferred material? Because I could say that's the material that's gotten approved.
Whatever the sign maker recommends, MDF is typically not something you want on the outside.
I think it's MDF.
I'm saying it's not something you typically use on the outside.
Yeah.
MDF is very bad on the water.
So
Whatever the sign.
yeah, Peter, another quick question. It says 3 signs in the application?
There's the two 60-inch signs.
Yeah, they're one-sided, so it's going on either side.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so there's no other sign of.
That's it.
Okay, great.
Good with, did you make a motion?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 And does that include, requesting Mark to,
Yes.
paint the posts?
Be conditioned upon that being painted.
When are they installed? Because we usually say like 4 to 6 months. for
Yeah.
pressure treatment.
6 months?
4 to 6 months is what I tell clients.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Oh man, when did we look at this thing?
It was a while ago.
Joelle is.
Yeah. Oh, Joel, was still, yeah, it's been a while. It's been over a year.
Okay. Yeah, it must be, because,
For you. You weren't here.
no, I wasn't here for that. But,
Who were you in contact with today?
That was John Valls. He owns the Italian market.
yeah, because
Okay.
2 years.
Are you in contact with the son?
No,
Almost 2 years.
just the girls.
It was Jack. It's
You know, they were.
ready for bed.
Yeah, I just. Did I go? I just want to throw coat of paint on that, because I think it just.
Very underpainting.
Yeah.
And it's got the little white
I know,
nubbies on
yeah,
top,
I
which makes it
agree.
even more.
Even more,
I
yeah.
know John had some questions on the next one, and I got the answers to the questions.
Okay, so let me go ahead. So the next applicant is the Ashley Group and Anna Jorgensen, 4960 Main Street. Applicants are requesting to install a 2-sided 48 by 24-inch sign.
So I don't see them here. I did talk to them, or I emailed them today. They asked some questions relative to the post. And I also actually talked to John, who said he was willing to replace the post
Okay,
if necessary. When I talked to the sign maker, Frank, he indicated this is replacing the Northshire insurance sign. And if you remember, the Northshire insurance sign is kind of arced.
yeah,
So it didn't look as, so it was that high, but it was rounded, so that it didn't look as awkward, right? So that's what we're picking up.
okay. So they are replacing the post to bring it up.
They're willing to do that.
Yeah. Okay,
And now the post will be up. Will that be too high up or do they need to show
No,
the sign?
raise it by 12 inches according to Frank.
Okay, and then it was,
It's the same space as the Northshire Insurance Company had, so it's not going to have an impact on the traffic, is what I've been told.
And no lighting, right? This is.
and no lighting.
Okay.
Right.
So is this the old Christmas store they're
Yeah.
moving?
Yes.
to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, was insurance after that.
Well, I'm happy to make a motion with conditions that they extend the posts.
Second,
Favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And obviously posts will be painted as well.
Yes.
And they sell, are we opposed to,
Font.
let's say the PDC posts, they sell?
No, not in favor. I'd rather wait the 6 months personally.
And you can also have, even nicer look, do the pressure treated and then just wrap it.
That's right. Could do that.
that would be nice.
That would be nice. You know, I'm fine if they want to stay with a 4x4 personally. I mean, the size of these signs, you'd almost want to increase the size, but
Yeah, to a 6x6.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Lowell's got. I think,
Oh, is that
yeah,
right?
at least 6x6, yeah.
Well, do we want to do that? Do we want to make that recommendation?
Yeah, I think it would.
They'll have an issue with that?
With
To increase the 4x4 post with 6x6 posts?
Well, then that does bring into them needing new round caps. With the current, if they just extend it, they can reuse those caps.
On the 4x4, yeah, come on. I mean, at the end of the day, what's that? $10?
Yeah, they can do the round, or they can do the little pyramid ones that are,
That's fine.
We can do whatever.
So.
Just
So we're
what-
talking about increasing these posts right here, which are 4x4.
Right, right.
With a larger post, just to kind of give it a little bit more
Yep. Yeah,
dimensional
okay.
look to it. I mean, what do you guys think?
yeah, but if you're stretching it out too much, this
Just-
way it's
just
more.
thinking of the
it's
homeowner
more-
or-
It beefs it up a little bit, so it gives it a little more,
I don't have a problem. with that.
presence.
Just throwing this out if the building owner wants to push back, you might point out that the post next to it is a 4x4. There's that.
I mean, personally, I could go either way.
I think John is.
I would say suggest it, but I think requiring it is a bit much.
That's
I mean,
fine.
I think it's nicer. I mean, why wouldn't you want to require it? I mean, we want to get the nicest thing for the town, so why not? If it looks better, I mean, it's
Can
gonna
be a
be,
suggestion, not a requirement.
Yeah, we could certainly do that.
So approving a 4x4 post,
But
but requesting a 6x6.
well, they're not gonna go for it then. I mean, either you do 6x6 or forget it, I think.
I mean, they may see the same value in it. They may not. I mean, you know, the biggest part is you got to dig, you know, you got to put the thing in.
Just to be clear, that this is a sign that's no longer allowed in this district.
It's grandfathered in,
It's
right?
grandfathered in.
So then are
Oh,
we changing things?
Oh, then we may not.
We may not want to change.
Much like the one that's, well, I think it's grandfathered in to the extent that that sign is there, that's been there. It's like the George Washington Axe type of thing. Well, it's the handle of, and then it's the,
So, and
Is it
even
too big?
changing,
Is that the issue?
the freestanding signs are not allowed in the town center
I see.
or the downtown. district.
So, I mean, why don't?
So we're gonna have to, I think extending the 4x4s is enough to put that back to,
okay,
so maybe going for the 6x6 is a little bit.
I got it. Okay. You with that, Ray?
Yeah, I got him. She's in the waiting room now. She should be.
So we can let her,
Sure.
you ask any questions of
If
her.
they're replacing the posts, is there any reason why we shouldn't just bring it up to standard
For the area and have them mounted on these other posts?
It's an aesthetic thing. You guys make the call if you think that's, matching the top sign with the bottom sign. Is that something that's?
I see what you're saying, 'cause then they wouldn't
Yeah.
match.
Right.
If they're replacing, wouldn't mind making Valley Market replace their sign.
Then they can shrink that up and, just have so it looks even, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they could make that.
Yeah, that would be better probably.
Just seems like if they're replacing the posts, then,
Right. Bring it up.
Well, in other words, do you shrink these signs so that it would be the same width as the Italian market?
So the maintenance component of the zoning things would say, yes, you have this sign here, yes, you can maintain that, so that means replacing posts from time to time. That's kind of what we ran into
I see, okay.
with the new place, Ron Rodriguez's.
Right.
Okay.
So he's able to maintain that sign that's been there since 1995.
Okay, well, with that being the case, then would we be concerned about increasing the size of that? post.
I'm not, I'd rather have it look good.
Yeah,
I personally, I would too. I mean, if we're approving the sign, I'd rather, and we're gonna request the post, why not just bring it, make it look better?
so I'll let Anna, are you there, Anna? Can you hear us?
She's muted.
I can ask it on mute.
I unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I hear you now.
Okay. Sorry, what was the question?
So right now, the conversation is centered on the size of the sign as it relates to the two posts.
Mm-hmm.
Because clearly the top sign is not even, extends beyond the post.
The top sign?
Correct.
Mara
Mara?
Floral Design, the top one
Do you
above.
have a copy of the sign?
Yeah, no, it's in between the posts. It should be in between.
It is in between, but it's
It ex-
taller than the post.
Okay, well, the guy that designed it said in an email to Peter that it's the same height as the previous sign that Northshire had. It's just not rounded.
Right, but that was a single tenant and a single sign at that time.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, so these are two separate independent signs.
Well, I
So-
think it's one full sign.
Yeah, it's being presented as one sign, two.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it kind of looks like two different signs.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to design it so it looked like it's separate because we are separate businesses, but it's actually all on one sign.
I mean, with that still being the case, I guess the square look of it just seems out of character, at least from my perspective. But Peter, who did you speak to on
The owner.
post sign?
John was the owner.
And he was okay?
Amenable to replacing the post.
So Anna, it looks like the owner, the landlord is willing to extend the posts up,
Okay,
okay? And
Okay.
It's not on you.
So it's not on you, and this
It's not on
board
you.
is looking to increase the size of that post, so at least it comes in line with the top sign, the top of your sign.
okay, great.
So we made a motion to confirm as proposed with the exception that you extend the posts up.
And it sounds like that's already been agreeable to the landlord.
Right.
Okay.
But are we not recommending a 6x6 post?
Well, I mean, the other suggestion was, to consider increasing the size. My concern there, though, is are we going beyond what,
It's grandfather.
what they're grandfathered in for? That's my only concern. I mean, it's one thing to change the sign with the same like kind.
You can just keep it the format.
It would look nicer though. We'd all
I
agree.
don't disagree, but I don't want to put anybody at jeopardy in terms of having it being called out. That's my view.
Well, I mean, but what if we asked him if he kept the same look of the sign, but just, made it the same size as the new proposed sign, so they sort of looked more in line?
So you mean this applicant right here?
No, obviously the Italian market,
Oh.
right? If like,
How do you want the Italian market to change their sign?
No. it's
I
not
don't
fancy.
want to do that.
okay,
Yeah, that I'm not comfortable with.
So if we want to avoid the grandfathering of the sign issue, it would be voting to approve this with the condition that the posts are
4x4.
4x4?
Yeah.
Is that what we decided?
That's what's on the table.
Okay, and did you already speak with the landlord and he approved that?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Any other questions? on
I
that?
like the design of the signs. The signs look nice. Did
Yeah.
anybody?
Yeah,
I'm
The
good
signs
with
look
the
good.
Thank you.
All sounds good.
Okay, so did we have it? Did you already make one?
Yep,
Chris?
made a motion.
Okay,
A second.
all in favor?
I
Great.
Okay.
So thank you so much. So everything's approved as is with the landlord doing the new posts.
Yep, so your sign's good to go, just the
Okay.
posts.
Something to post in the mail, or we'll post it for you, but you'll
Okay.
get your permit next couple of days.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate all your help and guidance.
Thank you, good luck.
All right, take care.
So
cool. Bye.
Thanks.
Nice business. I mean,
Looks
that
nice.
is nice. Nice to see these kind of business. We need it for.
I know, more and more
We've been- we've
independent
been-
businesses, smaller businesses downtown.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Do you
this.
have other business, Peter? No. Does anybody have any?
Yeah, I just have something I'd like to pass around. Okay, so you know, my feeling about the lighting, and I feel like these kind of lights are not desirable. At least that's my feeling. I'm just wondering about your feeling.
Well, I
So-
was wondering about that, just sorry, to interrupt, but are the lights they put in at the new NOLA, they nicer than, they look much nicer?
Yeah, because it was approved here. I voted against it, but I'm friendly with Athena and Chris, and I went over and appealed to them to reconsider that light, because I knew Athena was kind of leaning toward it at the meeting. So I went there, I had three different meetings with them, and we had the fair in town, and they, Carmen, who's their daughter, came to me and said, Ray, we have agreed to go with the
Oh,
historic
that's
light.
nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good job. Nice job.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to,
Reflected in.
I don't want to have to meet people.
Done on a personal level, right?
Right.
I did on a personal level.
Yeah, but we approved a certain light.
Right.
and now-
Oh, now they've changed it. I see what you're
Now,
saying.
granted, it's nicer, but if
Yeah.
we changed it for the worse, we wouldn't be happy, so we changed it.
Well, I had the discussion with Peter and Elias, and what,
Well, how do you propose we handle this?
I guess the question going forward was, if we're gonna adopt this standard,
Do you have a copy of the stand, what the sign look like? The they put up,
the light,
the lights, yeah.
I, don't- you know, I took a picture on my phone, and my phone's in my truck.
I mean, if we're gonna adopt something, it better be that light.
we could,
Yeah, it's kind of like this.
And the permit one?
This is, yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's really the only option we have, is just, somebody can change a fixture and we can amend the permit at the CO.
Oh, you can do that.
If it's a modest change, I'm not gonna go redesign something and approve at the CO level, but if this board feels as though it's a modest change,
Well, we don't know what, I mean, we don't visually know
Well, I think you got.
Well, I mean, it's on this order.
Very similar to that.
similar to
You
that.
want me to run out to the truck and get my phone and see if you can see it?
I don't
Because
think
we don't have what the original was, so we're not.
I mean, I like this, it's a little bit nicer.
Here are the difference. We don't have before, we don't.
original, this
Yeah,
one.
the original was the wrap, right? The flat
One of these.
was a flat.
Only from a procedural standpoint, just trying to make sense of what we're,
Yeah,
Does it make-
ordinarily, if there's a change, like in other words, if we approve a 10 by 12 and it goes to a 10 by 14,
right.
we can modify that if everybody's agreeable, that's within the
Let
scope.
me ask this, I mean, how about another way around it? The applicant, the applicant asked you for the change? I mean, I'm just trying to understand how this thing gets handled. Just because, I mean, if we approved something and something else has been put in, I mean, I'm happy for us to kind of look at it and approve it. You know, but I just, I don't think we want to start kind of.
Right, personally taking care of things on our own.
Permit's been issued.
Well, that's the thing. The
Yeah, but
permit
if
was
they put
already
in, what
issued.
if we asked for a nice one and they put in a bad one?
Yeah.
I mean, just because
Yeah, I get
a
that.
change is a change and we
Goes
should
both
follow
ways.
whatever we're.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, do they need to come back in for an approval and?
I'd rather not. I'd rather try to, is there an administrative way to handle
Yes,
it? Okay. Is there something that
we
we,
could say that the applicant has changed their mind on the fixture,
that's the better way to,
and we can reflect that on the certificate of compliance.
I mean, it'd be interesting to know in those minutes that we had raised the second, because if that was the case, that's an easy, simple, it's supported through the minutes.
Right.
You know, because I know Ray did bring it up numerous times. Hopefully it kind of made its way into those. Do you have those minutes right there? I'll ask that you can pull up.
So.
Do you
if
know what
it's-
meeting it was?
Yeah, so in other words, so July 2nd, I believe this is the applicant is requesting 3 signs, 2 wall signs, 1 blah, blah, blah. These are the signs, not the lights.
Oh.
The lights.
That was late, it was earlier.
It was part of it.
Probably in April.
Yeah,
It was
okay,
early.
no, that's just signs.
Yeah, why don't you check it out and go, I mean, I don't have a problem personally, but I do have an issue with administrative, the process of how it gets handled.
Dot the i's and cross the t's.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
When it coming back.
Somebody else is gonna
Somebody
come
else could come.
say, well, we
say-
want to make a
I
change.
mean, I probably could have said to them, maybe you guys should go in and just get it approved.
Well, I mean, that would have been the right way to handle it, but I mean, if it's done now and it's up, I mean, again, if there's an administrative way to handle it, then let's go about it.
We can handle it at the CO.
Okay.
Hey,
Well, speaking of lights, have you happened, is there a Kelvin rating that our town requires? I guess. the
No
question.
more than, I think, 3,000
Have you been to
max.
Shaw's at nighttime?
Yeah.
Are those new lights they put in,
Yeah,
the blue ones?
Are there newer ones? What is it?
There is a new one, it's like a bluish,
Like you
yeah.
walk, if you go to Shaw's at nighttime right now, it's like you're walking into Tron from.
Is it really blue?
It's.
It is a bluish, I just
And
noticed.
if there's, if we do have in the code book,
It's Kelvin of
it's gotta be,
3,000.
that's gotta be out of that code. It's so
Okay.
bad.
So that's something we can talk
Yeah, I
about.
think that's new.
It's new. I
That
noticed
is-
about
Yeah, I noticed it
long
last
time.
I noticed it a couple months ago,
Oh,
but
that's-
it's now more noticeable
new
because
stuff.
lights, it's getting so dark early.
Logo was that,
Yeah.
Malden?
Okay, so my question to you guys is, I've already spoken to the select board about it myself. They're unanimously in favor of going with a historic light.
Yeah, I'm in
Now-
favor of it.
I don't want to, I'm doing that on my own behalf here, but, I just want to know how you all feel about it. I'm gonna go to the planning board and say, I would like to make this in the bylaw that we would, in parking lots, that we want historic type fixtures.
But like, I mean, for example, just on the new brewery building, that light you have picked out would look weird in that building.
Brewery,
The new brewery, it's all modern and,
they already put historic fixtures in the front, all along the front there.
did it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, no, I don't have a problem.
I mean, they're
If you
pretty
get the
high.
approval from select and planning, I mean, we have no say.
You're talking about just in parking spots, is
You
that?
guys want to take a look at this?
I know what you're talking about.
You've seen
I know
them,
the red line, but I mean, I prefer the type of light you're talking about to
And
keep
to
it
make our jobs
consistent.
a lot
mean,
easier.
Boilerplate standard.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We make it the standard, you do this and you're
Right.
good to go.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
do something else that's gonna be.
Yeah.
Okay, but in parking area, and you're talking about in parking lots.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't think cost wise, they're probably, if you see what they did at Lola's,
Do you know how much that was?
I was actually gonna go in and ask them just.
Yeah, I'm just more curious but I thought we looked at another sign that you gave to us from, it was a cheaper model, and I thought we did approve that.
Oh, and well, we didn't. do
I mean,
that.
it
Or the
doesn't
parking
matter.
lot of the new
Yeah.
restaurant.
Well,
and,
no, Ray submitted a spec sheet on a light
Mhm.
that I was shocked at how inexpensive it was.
Yeah, I don't know how much they paid for
Is that
those.
the Bill Junsick project that
I
you
don't know which one it was. I think Ray was just doing some back
Yeah,
homework.
it was I didn't know where to go, but, actually Ramsey told me that Barn Lights were the company.
Oh, yeah, you got
in that
something from
case, yeah.
Ramsey,
Yeah, okay,
but we
yeah.
didn't.
I honestly don't know if those were substantial enough, but all the other ones around the town are substantial. And the ones they put at Lola's
It'd
are,
be nice if
they're
we could
nice
get the
pictures.
spec sheet on that. You know,
Okay, yeah.
at least then we can work, we got something to work off.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'll
will
go.
say, talking to, if you're talking to the select board, it might be worth updating the ones on the town parking lot, just so that people come,
Consistency.
just so when people come to the meeting, they don't have, I
Right.
mean, that's a pretty good argument to fire back, that even the
Well,
town.
Yeah, I don't think the
didn't do
town
this.
is gonna do that.
No, and that was 20 years ago,
It was
so.
last year,
No, he's
Oh,
talking about the new,
wait.
he's talking about the new one.
the one right
Yes.
behind, Walgreens.
NEMS.
Oh, those ones, yeah, well, we asked.
No, Ray
I
Ray
asked Bill
brought
not
it
to
up
do that,
big.
But I felt, and Bill said, I'll see what I can do. Well, I think he might have just forgotten about it because, but
I
what.
think it was a cost thing. I think
Yeah.
Bill said that, you know what, I mean, it's coming out of our pockets and we're not interested. And if I'm not mistaken, the town had to sign on.
Yeah.
They weren't too thrilled about it, the
They
increased
they
cost.
were at their budget and the
Right.
project might not get put through if we increased any cost because it was a shared cost with another.
Well,
I'm really curious as to what the costs are, because if you look at the
Well,
ones
that's
at
what I'm
Lowe's,
talking
they
about.
don't look like they're so elaborate. Now, the ones in the library, those look pretty elaborate. I'm sure they're a little bit pricey.
Well, I know the ones in the town are very pricey. The town ones
Yeah.
that they installed.
But then you got the Baptist Fellowship.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
mean, I'm sure they weren't paying a fortune and they're nice.
Right, no, they're not, we replaced the ones on River, we put the ones on Riverwalk so that they would match the ones on the
Right.
town.
Oh, you
green.
did?
Yeah, so they're.
Well, how
they're
much
not-
did you pay for those?
I can find out very easily. It was more than we were hoping to spend.
Okay. No, well, that seems to be.
But we wanted to match
Yeah, I
what
get
was
it.
on the town
Well, that's
green,
nice.
so,
That's good.
yeah.
Right. One thing I'll say though, and what, are there any height limitations on these? I mean, they're already up.
12 feet is really kind of, I think it's the number. Depends on where you are
The
too.
ones at the brewery are like 18 feet up. in
Yeah,
the
12
air.
feet plus the concrete.
Right, the concrete, yeah. Why do they have to have that concrete pedestal?
I mean, that was,
Well, I think what they're probably doing is trying to save a little money there by casting light with fewer light fixtures.
well, there's a lighting gradient that they had submitted for approval, and that was all approved. So that's, it was built according to plan.
So in other words,
Plan was approved.
with the approval, it was approved for 18-foot lights?
It must have been.
I mean, that's something going forward, I mean, it's something I would like to bring up to with the planning board to see. I mean, because all the lights around town on 1130, in the park, on Main Street, they're all maybe 11 feet.
I didn't.
I mean, I'm just guesstimating.
To
but-
that, I'll take a look. Okay, anything else? Okay, I guess, John?
Make a motion to close the meeting?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Recording stopped.